Okay, so here's the information about the evidence-based practice assignment. Each person will be given a patient scenario and a PICO question to be used to conduct your research for a 5 to 6 page double-spaced written paper based on your findings. So I would like you to um, put together your search terms as was described in the PowerPoint with the PICO question. You should be researching peer-reviewed articles, not Google. Be sure to track precisely how you found your articles, as this description will be incorporated into your writing assignment. So, I want you to go through the steps of I logged on to the vinu.edu website. I went to the ProQuest database. I entered the following search terms, list those with your, if you used quotation marks. I found 20 articles or whatever it was, and then these were the two that I picked. Please be detailed about that. So then you're going to locate two relevant articles to your question, and you're just going to do a comparison. And you're going to compare them based on the level of evidence, the purpose of the study, the groups, the independent variable, the dependent variable, the criteria used to include a person, the criteria used to exclude a person from the study, the ethical considerations, a description of the interventions for each group, the data analysis that was performed, the results, and the limitations of the study. Those are listed directly with headers in the research articles, so that should not be difficult to find. Then I want you to describe how your research findings may impact management of the patient scenario that you were given according to the plan of care. Here, you're going to take into consideration how closely the study's inclusion criteria matched the patient type in your scenario. For example, the research study in the article, you may find that there were more males used in that study, and maybe you have a female as your patient, or maybe the patients were ages 40 to 60 and your patient was a little bit older than that. So the inclusion criteria is how far out do you think those particular characteristics would include your patient that may be slightly different. And by the way, if it's slightly different, it can reasonably be extrapolated out to that particular patient. How is it feasible? Would it be feasible to adjust the PT's plan of care based on your findings? So maybe the plan of care doesn't even include what you found. Maybe it does. So I want you to talk about that. How may your findings impact the physical therapy management of your patient scenario based on your plan of care? So maybe it's just a matter of we need to add, patient education to this. Is that part of your plan of care? That could be easily done. But if in your scenario it says that, you're working in a rural type setting that doesn't have, say, some of the more advanced equipment or technology, then those things are not going to be available to you. So therefore, you could not realistically perform that intervention within the setting that you're working in. And then I would like you to cite your sources using the AMA format as follows. And this is the last bullet point is the example as it looks in its entirety. But I have broken out exactly how to label the authors, how to, what the title of the article would be, and where all of the commas and periods and everything go. the journal article title. This is usually in an abbreviated format in italices, and then the year, the volume, the issue, and the page number. So this example here is what it looks like in its entirety. And I know that may seem like a very picky to go that far, but this is how articles are cited in the physical therapy journal. If you do go on to physical therapy DPT school, this is what the expectation will be. So I go ahead and do that in case we've got somebody who wants to go on. And then here is the rubric. I feel like it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to be looking at the description of your search terms. It's going to be a 6, 4, 2, or 0. I'm going to be looking at your literature reviews, so make sure that you're hitting all of these items. I'm going to be looking at how the explanation of clinical impact, comparing your scenario with what you found in your articles, and then looking for the grammar and the citation for that AMA that you have an example, a detailed example for. So this is a, see, it turns out, I think, to be 26, 12, 24 points. And so I would like it to be well done. And those are the things I'm going to be looking for as I grade it.